It's Game 6 of the 2022 NBA Finals, and Steph Curry hits this deep three to secure the Warriors a 22-point lead over the Boston Celtics in the third quarter. And after this three, Steph Curry did something that only Steph Curry could pull off. He pointed to his ring finger after hitting this shot, signaling to the whole crowd of Boston to give him his championship ring already, in the middle of the third quarter. But Steph and the Warriors weren't even supposed to be here. The Warriors dynasty was supposed to be over already. The team was getting old and falling out of their prime, and the new juggernauts of the league were supposed to take over at this point. This is how the 2022 season cemented the legacy of Steph Curry forever.
Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God has ever created.
You get out of his car, you better guard him right from the moment he pulls up to the arena.
We've never seen that before.
Dele almost died guarding Steph Curry.
He's the fucking problem. Steph is most dangerous when he doesn't have the ball.
I think y'all need to start taking Steph more serious when he's talking. I'm saying to myself, I think I've met the closest thing to Jesus Christ.
When we played him 3 weeks ago, and he still, I'm pretty sure he didn't even look at the rim, and he still almost made it. It hit the back of the rim. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Are you the best point guard ever? Yes.
Here's Curry for the record. It's good! There it is! Oh, Steph Curry from way downtown. Curry a long three. It's good! Steph Curry from way downtown. Curry, long three-pointer. It's good! And the foul. Three. Steph Curry. Oh, what a shot! Curry got it. Corner three. It's good. And Golden State regains the lead. Curry cooking. Now they corral Curry with the double. Got it! On the floor for Steph.
What did each one represent for you?
The fourth one was like the biggest you. I have no better way of explaining it. That was you to everybody.
Real quick, if you guys are planning on going to any live games anytime soon, go check out VividSeats. Whether you're sitting courtside or in the nosebleeds, use the code BUCKETS20 at checkout and you'll save $20 off your first $200 plus order. Every time you buy from VividSeats, you earn points towards discounts, seat upgrades, and even free tickets. Plus, every ticket you buy is 100% buyer guaranteed, so you're good if anything goes south. Download the VividSeats app and check out the Game Center, where you can win free tickets just by answering a few trivia questions. So if you're headed to a game anytime soon, grab your tickets on VividSeats and use the code BUCKETS20 to save $20. Okay, back to the video. The date is June 22nd, 2019. The Toronto Raptors just beat the Warriors in the NBA Finals to secure their very first franchise championship. Kevin Durant had an Achilles injury while Klay Thompson had an ACL injury. It was pretty much just Steph Curry left all alone to fend for himself. But this was also the chance to prove that he didn't need a super team behind him to win a championship. And he fell short, failing to lead Golden State to that glorious three-peat. Steph Curry at this point was in a very weird spot in his NBA career. While he was a proven NBA champion, winning 3 rings in his career at this point, none of his championships he was crowned the finals MVP of. And this questioned his ability to win a championship without a super team behind him. But little did anyone know, Golden State still had some gas left in the tank.
Thompson running the floor and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee. Now writhing in pain. Stands over.
See, I love what Pascal did then. He closed out on a shooting hand style.
Steph Curry with a lot of contact.
And just like that, the 2020 season was ruined for Golden State. Klay Thompson was out for the entire season with an ACL injury from the 2019 NBA Finals, while Steph Curry, just 5 games into the next season, broke his hand on this landing. The Warriors' 1-2 punch was out for good in the 2019-2020 season. and Golden State completely crumbled without their 2 stars, going from a 57-win team in 2019 to a whopping 15 wins in 2020. Mind you, the 2020 season was shortened. The Warriors, with a pretty retooled roster, struggled in 2020, attempting to integrate their new pieces into the system while trying to learn how to play basketball without their 2 stars. 2020 was ugly for Golden State, but 2021 was definitely going to be the Warriors' year, with Steph and Klay both coming back, right?
Just hours before the NBA draft last night, Klay Thompson injured his right leg during a workout with several NBA players in LA.
Klay Thompson, nearly weeks before the 2021 season was about to begin, suffered another season-ending injury. But Steph was back though, so maybe there was some hope. Steph Curry had a bounce-back season that few would have expected. The babyface assassin in 2021 led the league in scoring, averaging 32 points, while adding on an additional 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.2 steals, while shooting 48% from the field and 42% from deep. The chef was back, and he finished 3rd in MVP voting. But the rest of the team simply wasn't good enough to truly contend for a championship. The Warriors finished the 2021 season with a record of 39-33, and unfortunately lost in the play-in tournament, not even sniffing the postseason. But the Dubs still had one more good year in them, right? It was clear that Steph Curry was still in his prime based off last season, and the Warriors just had to put some pieces around him. Golden State, in the 2021 offseason, drafted the athletic wing of Jonathan Kuminga and the sharpshooter of Moses Moody. Both rookies contributed a solid amount in 2022. Golden State also signed veterans like Otto Porter Jr., Nemanja Bjelica, and former Finals MVP Andre Iguodala to a 1-year deal. Additionally, the Dubs finally got Klay Thompson back and healthy again. Were the Warriors finally back to championship contention again?
The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive.
The Dubs finished the 2022 regular season with a record of 53-29, good enough to clinch them a top 3 seed in the West. While Steph Curry didn't quite have the regular season he did last year, he was still phenomenal, breaking the all-time 3-point record, while key role players like Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole both made progressions in their game. The new-look Splash Brother Warriors were looking dangerous. The Warriors' first-round matchup was against the 6-seeded Denver Nuggets, led by back-to-back MVP Nikola Jokic, who had just put up a regular season stat line as good as, well, pretty much anyone in league history. Nikola Jokic was on fire in the 2020 season. However, Jokic was without his 2 best weapons by his side, no Jamal Murray and no Michael Porter Jr. Golden State made quick work of Denver, ending this series in a gentleman's sweep. But the second round wasn't going to be as easy. Their next battle was against the young and hungry 2-seeded Memphis Grizzlies, led by their emerging star Ja Morant. This series was a chippy physical battle. Golden State stole Game 1 in Memphis in a nail-biter 117-116 off this clutch dagger from Klay Thompson to seal the game. Memphis then tied up the series 1-1 though, with a 47-point, 8-rebound, and 8-assist performance. However, the worst nightmare struck for the Grizzlies.
So Ja Morant, well, his right knee bothering could have happened right here on this play. You see Jordan Poole go grab it.
In Game 3, Ja Morant suffered a knee injury that sidelined him the entire series. Without their star, the Grizzlies were no match for the Warriors, losing the series in 6 games. But in the conference finals, they were going to have to battle some magic. Some Luka magic.
27-point lead, down goes Johnson, 3, oh no, they're shredding him. Good, Doncic another triple. And good defense by the Suns. Luka got it back. Thank you, and one. By the Mavericks, but it's good enough. Pretty points don't count. Luka with the spin. Here we go again. Down to Lisa. The bump and the fadeaway. First half. Stunning. 27-point lead. Down goes Johnson. 3. Luka. Oh no. They're shredding him. Doncic. With Bridges on him. Shot clock at 4. And a step back shot. It ain't right what Luka is doing to the Phoenix Suns.
The conference finals matchup for Golden State was against the Dallas Mavericks, led by none other than Luka Doncic. However, despite the Mavericks giving the one-seeded Phoenix Suns, the best team in the league, all the trouble they could ask for, the Warriors weren't faced by Dallas one bit. Golden State wasn't new to facing off against superstars in the postseason. The Dubs made quick work of the Mavericks, winning the series in 5 games with no drama at all. But their finals opponent was the start of a potential NBA dynasty. The Boston Celtics also felt like it was their year in 2022. Boston, after being in championship contention for years on end before 2022, finally felt like it was their time to shine. In 2017, they lost in the conference finals with Isaiah Thomas. In 2018, they also lost in the conference finals with a young Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown duo. In 2019, the Celtics with Kyrie Irving and a fully healthy team lost to the Milwaukee Bucks in round 2. In 2020, the Celtics lost yet again in the conference finals to the Miami Heat. In 2021, the Celtics got obliterated in the first round by the Big Three Brooklyn Nets. But in 2022, though, they were on a mission. The Celtics in 2022 were on a revenge tour. They got their revenge on the Brooklyn Nets in the first round, sweeping KD and Kyrie. Next, they got their revenge in the Milwaukee Bucks, beating them in a tough 7-game series. And finally, they got their revenge in the Miami Heat, also beating them in a 7-game series. The Boston Celtics finally made it past their hump in the Eastern Conference, but their journey was far from over.
The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive.
The 2022 NBA Finals was an epic battle of the past versus the present. The dynasty that once ruled versus the dynasty that's looking to take over the league. But Steph Curry wasn't quite ready to give up his reign just yet.
Into the front court. Behind the screen. Goes around the world. Oh, so much. Right work. Tatum on Curry. Around the quarter screen. Somebody throws water on Steph Curry.
Steph Curry went ballistic in the first quarter of Game 1. He dropped 21 points in the first period while hitting 6 3-pointers. The chef had to welcome the Young Bucks to the finals somehow. However, the Celtics weren't stunned by this feat because they came back to win this game with a monster 40-16 fourth quarter to win the game by 12 points. The Celtics take the lead in this series. Game 2 was another neck-and-neck game for the majority of the first half. Neither team could quite pull ahead until the Warriors came up with an unreal 35-14 point run to take a 23-point lead. Steph Curry dropped 29 points and Draymond Green set the tone defensively, forcing the Celtics into 19 turnovers to lead Golden State to its first finals win since 2019. The Warriors tied up this series. Back in Boston for Game 3, the Celtics were on a mission to take over this series, and they were going to let everyone know it.
I'm Jaylen Brown. I can't wait to see the finals. One day I want to be in the same situation as these guys. I'm watching Steph Curry warm up. I'm watching Andre Iguodala warm up. Right now I feel kind of excited.
Congrats, man. He works with my defense.
I want to get here so bad. I will be.
Brown catches. Green all over. Brown drives inside. Beautiful move with the left hand.
I love the intensity and the spots in which Jaylen Brown is playing with on both sides of the floor.
A beautiful back cut. And Smart with the bounce pass. Jaylen Brown is erupted here in the first. He's got 14.
Way to start! Way to start! Way to start!
I just think everything Jaylen Brown has done on the offensive end has been good.
Final minute 6 of the first quarter. Jaylen steps to his left, 3 over Payton. Got it.
Hold that! Hold that! Hold that!
He's got 17 first quarter points.
The Boston Celtics grabbed an 11-point lead in the first quarter, and they never looked back. Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Jason Tatum all had 24 points or more to finish off this game. Warriors rallied back in the third quarter though, but it was simply too little too late. The Celtics take a 2-1 lead in this series. Game 4 of the 2022 NBA Finals put all the pressure on Steph Curry and Golden State. They were down 2-1 in this series, and they needed to clinch a win around this ecstatic Boston crowd to avoid going down 3-1. But luckily for the Dubs, this ain't Steph Curry's first rodeo.
Curry gets free, gets some contact. Got it and one. Steph Curry felt the bump. Curry launches it. Free. It's good. Steph Curry gets crushed on the boards. Curry. It's good. Steph Curry from downtown.
And maybe some second shots.
Curry again. Oh, Steph Curry from way down.
Steph Curry had one of the greatest performances of all time in the TD Garden. He dropped a devastating 43 points with 10 rebounds and 7 three-pointers. It was insane. Wiggins and Clay also chipped in 17 and 18 points, and Draymond had 4 steals on the defensive end to secure the Dubs a 107-97 win. It's tied 2-2 now, and we're going back to the Bay. In Game 5, the Warriors made yet another statement in the NBA Finals, but it wasn't from the babyface assassin this time. He had an off night, but the rest of the team picked up the slack. Andrew Wiggins had a huge 26-point, 13-rebound night, while Klay Thompson reined in 21 points on 5 three-pointers. Jordan Poole and Gary Payton II also gave the Celtics nightmares, as Boston was shook in the Oracle Arena. They shot the ball horrible, and they turned over the rock 18 times to let the Warriors take a 104-94 win in Game 5. The Dubs take a 3-2 lead now, and are one win away from a very nostalgic feeling. Game 6 of the NBA Finals was a legacy-defining performance. A Warriors win could see the redemption of a dynasty and the lost hopes of others, while the Celtics were looking to do anything to force a Game 7. To start Game 6, Boston came out energized, taking a quick 14-2 point lead with buckets from Jason Tatum and defensive stops from Smart and Williams. But then the momentum completely flipped. The Warriors locked in and went on their own 21-0 run. By the time the second quarter had rolled around, the Warriors were in the driver's seat of this game, taking a 15-point lead at half. The Celtics tried to fight back in the second half, but it was already too little too late. Steph Curry just needed to put the finishing touches on this game.
How many titles do you see Steph Curry winning over the next 4 years?
I don't see the Golden State Warriors bringing home another championship.
So y'all gonna sit on First Take. You and Dominique Foxworth are going to sit on First Take and say that Steph Curry will not be in the conversation for a championship in the next 4 years.
You don't want to see us next year.
Takes him off the dribble, gets inside, layup is good. What a beautiful move from Curry.
He's allowing Steph Curry to guard Jaylen Brown in last possession. How often? He's got to take advantage of
rebounds. Already here in the first half. Curry sees some room, nails a three. Steph Curry, his second three-pointer. Had a good Game 5, but an excellent start here in 6. Steph Curry once again, dancing and prancing in the paint. Keep pushing. 6 assists for Green. Curry along. That's good! Steph Curry from way downtown. Some Curry chaos here on the third.
Steph Curry lit up the city of Boston and dropped 34 points, 7 boards, and 7 assists to secure the Warriors a 103-90 victory. And just like that, the Golden State Warriors were NBA champs once again.
It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The 4th title in 8 years. The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive.
The 2022 NBA Finals was one of the greatest individual performances from a star we've ever seen. Steph Curry finally proved all the doubters wrong and went on to win his first ever Finals MVP, notching a series stat line of 31 points, 6 boards, 5 assists, while shooting 43% from 3. The 2022 season was everything for Steph Curry. He cemented himself as without a doubt the greatest shooter of NBA history, breaking Ray Allen's three-point record, and then he proved he could lead his own team to a championship without the help of a super team around him. After all the setbacks over the last 3 years, the Warriors finally reached the peak of basketball once again. So this is how the 2022 season cemented the legacy of Steph Curry.
What did each one represent for you?
The first one was disbelief. I'll never forget, maybe 10 games into the season, we all looking at each other like, hey, we can win a championship. The 2017 one was like, with KD coming here, you know, like, we cannot lose. Like, first we were the good guys in the jump shooting team that a jump shooting team would never win. Now all of a sudden, oh, we the super villains? 2018. I think that one was kind of like the icing on the cake for all of it. Like, let's go do it again. The fourth one was like the biggest you. I have no better way of explaining it. That was you to everybody.